SpongeBob Season 12 is f***ing retarded. Sup my PPL, it's GTG Game here, and today right now, I'm gonna be talking about SpongeBob Season 12. Actually, I used to be really easygoing with SpongeBob. I'm not usually one of those people who complain about how much the modern seasons suck 24/7. I actually really liked Seasons 6 through 11, but something about Season 12 just really got on my nerves and bored the crap out of me. While I was watching this season, sometimes I just wanted the episodes to end already. Tried to sit there patiently and wait till it's over. And that's a pretty bad sign if this is your favorite show of all time. A lot of these episodes just seemed empty and pointless. The more I watched Season 12, the more I realized there's barely any resolution. A resolution in storytelling is the part of the story's plot where the main problem is resolved or worked out, but this shows almost nowhere in the whole season. Let's take the episode Sandy's Nutty Nieces for an example. Nutty? Guys, I'm sorry, I'm acting like a 6th grader here. The point is, there's not really a resolution in this episode at all. Not even an arc too for the new characters. Usually when a new character appears in SpongeBob, they always have an arc at the end of the episode. Even sometimes the main characters. But in this episode, Sandy's nieces start off as brats and then end like brats. It doesn't feel like there's any resolution. This episode would have been much better if these characters had arcs and turned out to be nice, but they didn't. It's like the people who wrote these episodes aren't even writers.
And I'm just a stupid 5-year-old kid.
And another thing why Season 12 feels boring and empty is the strong lack of relatability. Think about all your favorite SpongeBob episodes. They're all relatable in some way. Think about it. Even when you haven't been in the character's position before, you can still feel yourself in their shoes. Even some of the modern seasons had some relatable shit.
But look, GTG Game, SpongeBob is for kids, and the 5-year-olds watching this show only lived for 5 years, so this relatable shit want to make sense to them. That's why they have to add this Looney Tunes bullshit. SpongeBob is for kids!
I mean, I don't know. Have I been wrong? Is SpongeBob just for kids?
Wrong!
The old SpongeBob managed for kids and the kids' parents to enjoy. But now, Season 12 just has these weird worlds they go to almost every single episode.
That's just annoying.
The locations in SpongeBob has to be this: the Krusty Krab, Sandy's Tree Dome, the Chum Bucket, SpongeBob's Neighborhood, Glove World, and Mr. Krabs' house. And sure, episodes like Rock Bottom is really good, and that's obviously not Bikini Bottom, but the whole episode is relatable. People stealing stuff, people cutting in line, and people ripping you off. Just little things like that can make an episode great. In most of those scenarios I haven't been in before, but somehow I can still feel myself in SpongeBob's position. But with almost every single episode in Season 12, the main characters are traveling to different worlds we can't relate to. They try to get all abstracty in one episode, and it just doesn't work out. Let's go to one of the worst episodes in this season, SpongeBob's Big Birthday Blowout. And this is one blowout of an episode. And you know what? This episode can blow my... This one is the most random episode and one of the worst episodes I've ever seen. And this was Steven Hillenburg's dedication episode. This episode's about SpongeBob's birthday, but he accidentally hops on a bus and drives out of water. Now, if this episode was written correctly, this would be a really good episode. But we all know it wasn't really written correctly. They have so much random out-of-context scenes in this episode that I can't even breathe. There's this one scene in the episode where this weird bean guy shoots beans at people. What? And everyone loves this guy for some reason. Then the bean guy asks this girl what's her favorite type of bean, and she says,
strawberry beans?
What the f*** is strawberry beans? They have so many other random weird shit in this episode, but then we got to the live action cast of SpongeBob. When I heard about this episode, I thought it was gonna be the best episode of Season 12. Man, I was wrong. I like live action Mr. Krabs, Squidward, Patrick, and SpongeBob, but the character Sandy is really off in this episode. Ever since Season 11, Sandy started to develop into an over-the-top competitive person, but now in this season, she's just a jerk. In Mr. Lawrence, the guy who voice acts Plankton, Ollie doesn't sound like Plankton live action in this episode.
What gave me away, my boys?
Why I most likely don't like this live action experience is because they try to add the same animation they have in the cartoon SpongeBob to live action SpongeBob, and it just doesn't work out. I guess you could say that the writers got really high while making this, but it seems more to me that a 7-year-old wrote this. It's like the writers got so tired of making SpongeBob episodes, they just gave the job to their 7-year-old son instead.
Here you go, son. Knock yourself out. Go nuts.
Okay, thanks, Daddy.
I mean, at least we have Patchy the Pirate back. And if you guys didn't notice, Patchy the Pirate never met SpongeBob before. He tried to, but it never happened. And honestly, I've been waiting for this moment to happen. For Patchy to finally meet SpongeBob, but I never thought it was gonna happen. But it actually does happen in this episode. And at first I thought this was cute, but then it happens in the most awkward way possible. What the f is wrong with this episode? But after all I said, is this the worst SpongeBob episode? No. That award goes to Escape from Beneath Glove World. Glove World back then, especially in season 1, was I think supposed to be a carnival, or like Six Flags, not some huge amusement park. In this episode, they're treating Glove World like Disneyland. But why? As I continued to watch this episode, something was weird. It's like as if I wasn't even watching SpongeBob. It's like I was watching some other show. As I resumed to watch it more and more, I figured out this episode was a complete ripoff of The Simpsons' Itchy and Scratchy Land. Think about it, they're both portraying it as Disneyland. There's an underground area just like Disneyland, but instead it's where all the naughty kids and troublemakers go. The whole underground place even looks similar. There's this show in the beginning of the episode, there's robots that try to kill people, and sometimes ripoffs can actually be really good, but SpongeBob just doesn't work when it's a ripoff. Also, there's this stupid kid in this episode that SpongeBob and Patrick randomly chase after in this episode. Like, guys, you weren't babysitting this kid! Besides all the stuff I talked about, there are decent episodes in this season, but the rest aren't. But do I really think SpongeBob should just end at season 12? No, because that would be a terrible finale. They need to have one more season, season 13, and make it good. Man, I wish I could turn in my script to Nickelodeon, because I do have some pretty good SpongeBob ideas for an episode. And not just me, I'm well aware there's countless other writers that are actual fans of SpongeBob. That could maybe, just maybe, bring us back to seasons 1 through 3 a little. Not all the way because Hillenburg's gone, but maybe just a little bit. And that's fine. There's countless other relatable stuff SpongeBob could have, but for some reason Nickelodeon still thinks that SpongeBob is for kids. Why won't Nickelodeon hire good writers? I have no clue, but if Nickelodeon's making season 13, get better writers and not people that rip off other episodes from other TV shows!